welcome to the Aimme Diaries, a conversation from an artist with another artist and other creators. And I believe that we are all creator beings. So even if you haven't started in drafting and sharing your art yet, my hope that this series, this show will inspire you to do just that. And before we dive in further in this episode, I wanted to ask you this question. How do you feel right now? What is your energetic state? How much flow do you feel currently in your life situation? From a scale from 0 to 10, reflect on that for a moment. Because here's the thing, even if I believe that we should detach ourselves as much as possible from any concept, from any instrument that we start to identify with, and I love math and I am a nerd when it comes to number, but I think that in our society we tend to give numbers more power and meaning that it actually can carry. I've been through jobs when everything is measured in numbers, and I'm a little bit allergic to that. I think that there are so many values that numbers, well, it's data, and it can sometimes it can be guidance for us. Like in this case, if you're rating yourself being on a level 3, for example, that you don't feel much flow in your life this very moment, that can help us to step into the stage as the observer so that we can detect, okay, what is really going on? Which are the blockages that is stopping flow from flowing to and through me? And my state of flow in this very moment is actually a little low in this very specific frame. I have been feeling a lot of flow lately. The last couple of weeks, I felt like, okay, flow is the true compass. And when I talk about flow, I don't just mean when it comes to creativeness, when we enter flow state, when time dissolves, when we lose the track of it, when we enter the world within us and inside us. That is one type of flow, which I like to call the creative flow, the flow from spirit. It goes under different names like enthusiasm, passion, excitement. But then we also have the flow of peace, of serenity. And I really felt like I have been harmonizing between both of those. And the point here is that whatever energy that we receive from the divine sources, if it's serenity and peace or passion and creativeness, it doesn't matter, because the real value is that we are present, that we are present enough to align with our souls and our spirit. But I don't know if you are one of the few followers that I currently have on my YouTube channel. I have 7 of them. And once again, the thing with numbers, it's very little compared to a lot, to many others. But for me, they mean the world. They are tuned in and they comment on my videos, and that matters more to me than vanity metrics. With that being said, in the world of duality, this is a paradox, but beyond the limitation of duality, we can have both. We can have things consider opposites at the same time. So yes, I want real connection. I want true fans, if I should call it that. It's not about worshiping me, but with fans, I mean people that appreciate my art in some way. If it's that they feel something, if they feel inspiration, joy, feeling recognition, it doesn't matter. But if I can connect with viewers, with others on an emotional level, that has value. That is a manifestation for me. I think that every one of us can impact the world and the world of others. But anyway, if you are one of the few, and if you are not, you probably heard and that I am preparing for my very, very first concert. I should say gig, but it sounds a little bit more fancy. I'm just kidding. But it's fun to call it a concert. My first gig as an independent artist, and I have been practicing for that. And today was my first day that I really could devote it on only practicing. I've used my bedroom as the stage for this gig, and at lunchtime I went to work to print the lyrics of the songs, because to be honest, some of them I finished the lyrics today. Yes, that's how it is. But I've also learned this, that goals can be valuable if they excites us, when they help us move in directions we want to go. But I think that too often we are too caught up thinking that the goal itself is the real meaning and power, which it isn't. The goal is nothing, the journey is everything. But goals can serve as coaches and guides to actually enjoy the journey more. But after lunch, anyway, after being at work, printing those lost lyrics, I went home and just passed out on the couch. I was totally drained. And then I did something that I know probably wasn't the best thing. I binge ate a lot of junk. Cheese doodles with dip, some sugar-free ice cream with sugar-free chopped chocolate, and then I fell asleep. And I was so disorientated when I woke up. I didn't know what day it was, what the hell I was doing here. And I think that judging myself for it won't help me. I mean, well, there is value in learning from so-called mistakes, if we should call them that. But sometimes there are so many layers to what we do, and acceptance is the best provider of forgiveness. And forgiveness is one element of the source of love. So I will show myself a little self-compassion and just, okay, this is what I did. And well, it's perfectly fine. So anyway, this little series of the Aimme Diaries, the idea that I have is to have this kind of private conversations. And in private, I mean unfiltered, but I don't mean that it's some kind of secrets or anything, but the private connection, or we allow ourselves to not trying to perform. And my hope is that this will serve by bringing you inspiration, or rather ignite the inspiration within you to follow your dreams, follow your art, make space for your dreams, because it's real. It lives inside of you, but starting to live that more in the outside world as well. I also share the things that I'm trying and learning, and the challenges that I have, both so that I can learn from them and cope with them, deal with them, and hopefully it can bring some new perspectives to you that you can adapt to avoid pitfalls that I have taken for you, or if it just helps you by widen your perspectives, that is awesome. So I think my hope anyway is to inspire you. And before you go, I just want to send out this little reminder, but important reminder, and that is that your art matters. If not to anyone else, it matters to you, and you are still the number one person and relationship in your life. And it's not selfish to think that way. It's the opposite, in fact, because if you can live aligned with who you truly are, your inner being, that is when you actually can give the most love to and compassion to others and to the world. So giving your dreams a stage is not selfish, it's quite the opposite. And I hope that this episode inspired you to see that. And if your rating was low in terms of the flow you're currently experiencing, don't let that discourage you. Let that be a compass. What blockages do I need to remove for that flow to enter? And which stages do you need to create in order for you to show up there and aligned with your spirit's desire to create and express? And if you haven't heard of it, I can just mention my little 50-minute method, which is my little baby. The very method that I use is very simple to actually start in to do just that, what I preach here, to make room for your art, to make room for your self-expression as a way to live life to the fullest, but also to make this world a better place. Because when we share from within, all selfishness actually dissolves. When we share from within, the ego dissolves, the comparison patterns, the jealousy, the gelling opinions of objecting to other people's way of living is replaced by compassion and understanding and allowance. So it matters. Your art matters. So remember to keep creating, follow that flow, and create stages to receive that. If you found this useful, valuable in any way, please leave a comment. And also, I would love for you to join me on Substack and subscribe to my newsletter so that you get these conversations directly into your inbox. Hope to see you soon.
All the money that you want, the furniture that you need, you can keep. And the house that we built, you can have it, take it all. I still only feel guilt. So separated, so far from each other. I'm the rain and the storm, you're still water. I'm the waves, you're so bright, and I'm the depth, you're the sky. Each on different borders, why bother? Oh, you hear me when I'm screaming? Do you feel me when I'm bleeding? It's like we've fallen asleep, but we have fallen too deep. Feels so numb in the All the promise that we made, lights are gone in the shade, so far from the stage. We got lost in common system from which we are made, push and pull to get near, but we're high